Y254. Imagine.
Welcome to the Patok Show. I'm your host, Dominic George. I hope you had a great week and the week is going on well for you, and hope you had a brilliant day. So this is the Patok Show. We are back again with we've got great guests today, and those who have been following me on Facebook today, we are having a serious conversation today. And today I'm not asking you I'm not asking you a question. I'm asking you to send a text to us on 22162, starting the word power, to give an encouragement to my guest today called Milka. And if you can be able to help her out with funding, remember we are going to be sharing with you the pay bill number as we go ahead. So remember, as you listen to our conversation, I want you to send a text in encouraging my guest today, specifically Milka, who is going through some difficult time in terms of having an illness, and we'll be hearing more about that. So our number is 22162. Let's keep this conversation going. And now I want to hand it over to At Africa, who always part of this group, part of this show, and who always make our show one of the very best. So At Africa, take us through. Absolutely amazing song. I don't know what it says, but I loved it. I loved it. I will have to ask later what it says, but I absolutely loved it. So welcome again to the Patok Show. And as I told you, those who have been following me on my Facebook page I am Dominic George, you know what we are talking about today, or even on my other social media, Instagram and Twitter. We are talking today to Milka, and I want you to hear this conversation as I mentioned. Send in a word of encouragement to 22162. Starting the word power to Milka and her family. So welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
So probably I'm going to start with you to introduce yourself, and then so that you can keep this conversation going, please.
Okay, I'm Milka Njeri Kimani. Yeah, a mom of a 2-year-old boy, Nolan Karaoke.
Nolan Karaoke.
Yeah.
And Kimani is right there.
Yes.
All right, so it's Mr. and Mrs.
And
Kimani.
Mrs. Yes.
All right, please go ahead.
My name is Anthony Kimani.
Anthony Kimani.
As she said, I'm her husband.
Yeah.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Good evening, viewers. My name is Dr. Benjamin Goge. I'm a medical doctor and a senior researcher at Cambridge. And also I teach as a lecturer at the Cambridge Graduate School.
Okay.
For this show, I'm their family doctor. And I'm trying to take, Milka through her, illness, together with a team of cardiothoracic surgeons and cardiologists.
Perfect. Perfect.
Thank you.
All right. So just maybe I'll ask you to tell us briefly about this aortic aneurysm,
Aortic aneurysm,
aortic
yes.
aneurysm. So it's quite a complicated word right there, and I had to practice it a little bit, right? All right. So could you just tell us, you have been having this aneurysm, again, it's the first time.
Aortic
aneurysm,
right?
yeah.
Could you just tell us briefly about it?
Okay, it started last year around June, but actually we didn't know the actual problem, because I had a problem with my BP. The pressure was rising, and going to one hospital to another, but they were unable to contain it. So I've been struggling with the pressure for a long time until March,
of this year?
Of this year, when we met with your family doctor. And he took me through the test until we got to know the actual problem, because he wanted to know what's the cause of pressure, because mine was different. Okay, normally pressure doesn't hurt. It's called the silent killer, right?
Yeah.
But when I'm having that problem, I can tell you when I can tell you when the pressure is high. I can tell you, because it's really painful. So we had to sought his help to know the actual problem. So that's when he took me through the various tests and came to know now what was the problem, now the aortic aneurysm.
This happened in March. You came to know what exactly it was in March.
Yeah.
All right, but you said for 2 years? Or
yeah, from last year June.
From last year June, you have been having these difficulties,
yeah, it has
right?
been a year now.
Yeah. And how long, before maybe we talk about the illness, how long have you been married?
We've been married for 3 years.
For 3 years now.
We got to 3 years last week. Last week on
June
6th.
Oh,
yes,
beautiful.
yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And how has it been for you, Milka, since you realized that you have this aortic aneurysm?
It has been tough.
It has been tough.
Yeah, it is really tough. It's okay. It's really tough, because there are a lot of things that you cannot do when you're one. Like right now, I have a 2-year-old boy. So even if he falls down right now, I cannot pick him up. I'll have to wait for another person to come in and help me take care of him. So it's really hard, because for a mother, it's obvious that you have to really connect with your child. But for me, it's difficult anyway.
It's difficult to do
yeah,
that
and there
right
are
now.
other things that I cannot do for myself.
You're not able to lift.
I cannot. Yeah, I cannot lift him. Anything weighing more than a kg, I cannot lift it. Yeah.
And Mr. Kimani, how has it been for you since you realized that your wife is going through this?
It's been a challenge. Because seeing what she's going through since she got sick in June, I've gone through this, and sometimes I have sleepless night because she's hurting all through the night. She's telling I have this pain, I'm naumwa. So it's been a tough time, and also seeing her, looking at our son. I can't touch the son. She can't be able to lift the son. I see the pain in her. And sometimes we fight in the kitchen. She wants to do something. I am right now, I'm in charge of the kitchen, but we have somebody who's
awesome. That's really good. I mean,
thank you.
We come from a culture that doesn't, even if your wife was not sick, you don't take pride.
So I have to take care of her. We have somebody who comes in during the day, and I take over during the evening. And sometimes we fight because she wants to help in the kitchen, but I'm telling her, no, you're not supposed to do anything. Just go and relax. And it's hurting to see what she's going through.
Sure.
Yes, and
as a mother, definitely not being able to bond with your child, not being able to take care of your family.
Yes,
it's quite demanding.
It's quite, it's true. It's
all right.
Yeah.
So, doctor, to help us understand this disease, what is aortic aneurysm?
I'll explain to you a bit, and then I'll use also some pictures. Aortic aneurysm is occurs when you have dilatation of the aorta. Aorta is the main artery which supplies blood from the heart through the lungs to the abdomen, where the stomach, liver, and kidneys are, down to the legs. And I'll show you using a picture, if you are able to capture this picture on your camera. So this is, if I can point it out, this is the aorta. From the heart,
hold the mic close.
From the heart, going down, that the aorta you can see in red.
Probably Mr. Kimani can hold for you, so
Mr.
that then
Kimani
you can be able to point to the other free hand.
Yes, so when this aorta dilates, and the dilatation occurs due to probably weakening of, due to faulty fibers or the faulty connective tissue in the aorta. When it dilates, then sometimes you can have a tear forming in the aorta, which is called aortic dissection, and blood going to the rest of the layers of the aorta. And the problem here also with Jerry here would be, the main problem we have would be if you get a rupture of the aorta, if it ruptures, because that is a medical emergency. She would need to go to hospital immediately. And I can show you another picture here, which Kimani will do me the pressure of holding. This is now the dilated one.
Okay.
Normally the aorta right from the heart to the abdomen is usually about 2 centimeters wide. So for the one for Jerry, you usually get worried when it goes above 5 centimeters wide, or above 1.5 times the normal aorta.
So doctor, what you're saying is the aorta is supposed to be 2 centimeters wide. 2
centimeters wide.
So when it dilates and starts to go to 4 centimeters, 5
5 centimeters, you start to get worried. Yes.
All right. And what does Milka? What's the size of Milka?
Her size goes between 6 and 7 centimeters.
6 and 7 centimeters.
It's quite wide at the widest places.
That is 3 times larger.
Yes.
Okay. That's
and what you usually look for as a doctor, for her, she's being monitored by doing, occasional, CT scans and aortograms to keep checking the size of the aorta. So basically, what you look for is a dilatation of more than 0.5 centimeters in a period of less than 6 months, like for her, for us to get worried. If it's dilating that fast, 0.5 centimeters in 6 months, then you start getting worried and you start considering surgery. But and when it's above, when there are sections which are above 6 centimeters, then you also start considering surgery.
And that's where we are right now.
And that is exactly where we are now. In fact, let me go further, if you allow me another 30 seconds, to say that the problem with her aorta is that it's dilated all the way from the heart to near her legs, so to the abdomen, near her legs. So it's all dilated all that way. And so the treatment for that is usually very, very, very difficult and very, very sensitive to do it.
Okay.
Yes.
And this is what you are looking to have the operation for.
Yes.
And how much are we looking at, Mr. Kimani?
According to the initial estimate that we've gotten, for the treatment, it's going to cost about the whole treatment is going to cost about 3.5 million.
3.5 million.
Yes.
And from what the information we have is that this is going to happen in South Africa.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And it has to happen soon.
Yes, as soon as possible.
Very soon. Yes.
Very soon. So what is, doctor, what is going to happen during the operation? What are they going to do?
What they are going to do, if I can start by saying, if it was a smaller area of the aorta, if you can again show that picture, if it was a smaller section of the aorta, the operation could be done here in Kenya, because all the surgeon has to do is to measure it and import a stent, probably from South Africa or from the West. And then the stent could actually be inserted using one of the arteries, the reg artery at the groin. You get a small cut. With the X-ray guidance, they take the stent up to where there is a problem. So they insert a stent inside the artery itself. So then you do not have to, probably go out of the country. But when the whole aorta is involved, if it starts from up to bottom, and then the extent of our disease, then it requires open surgery so that you can have several stents inserted inside her aorta. It's a very, very complex and sensitive surgery. Okay. And for her, it's very urgent.
It's very urgent. All right.
Yes.
I'm really. I mean, this is big. I mean, it's when you explain, one realizes where we are right now, and how has it been for you, Mr. Kimani? Right, as the husband. I mean, you have stood by her, and I'm sure you're appealing to people to assist.
Yes.
How has it been for you as a husband to see your wife going through this?
Wow. Okay. Like I said from the beginning, it's been painful.
Yeah.
And actually has to stop doing some things, as in I have to sometimes not go to work so that I can take care of her.
So currently you go to work irregularly, or?
Yes, yes, so that I can be able to take care of her, because like we said earlier, she's not able to do anything by herself. Okay. So I have to make sure that I am there when she needs anything. I am there to make sure that she gets it. So it's a daunting task.
It's a daunting task.
Both physically and also emotionally, because you know, when you see someone you love going through that, it affects you, and knowing the extent of what she's going through, it's quite daunting.
Milka, you come across as very strong, though. To me, you come across as quite strong.
It's the hand of God.
Sorry?
It's the hand of God.
It's the hand of God. Actually, I had when I was trying to look at what's the title I can call today, I thought of calling it a story of courage, because right now, as even I see you, I feel that's what we could have called it, because you come across as quite strong in spite of the challenge that you're facing right now. Are you seeing a counselor or someone? Do you have, other than do you have a professional counselor whom you talk to, or someone?
No.
Would you say you're going through some any challenge right now that probably might need that's kind of psychological help, or would you say you're handling it well?
Okay, initially when our doctor told me what I'm going through, he gave me advice, what I'm supposed to be doing to make me strong, because I'm not supposed to be stressed, I'm not supposed to be over-excited, so I'm just supposed to be me, just calm. So taking that from his perspective, from a doctor's perspective, honestly, I have to do all it takes to ensure that I'm okay. Yeah, and again, I'm a born-again Christian, and my God has really given me a lot of peace.
So your conversation with God, your faith is one of the greatest strengths, I'm sure.
Yeah, I gain strength from him each and every other time. And
I'm sure you feel proud that your husband is right there with you.
I'm really proud of him, actually, really proud of him.
Very proud. Yeah. How is Nolan taking all this? Because, well, I know he may not know what is happening, but he is doing well, I guess.
Funny enough, it's like, okay, God works in miraculous ways. Initially, he used to really cling on to me. But nowadays he's like hana kazi na mimi. You get it, just like running to other people telling me mom bye. But I thank God, because he doesn't understand, but I thank God he's not really clinging to me, because it will be so hurting. That he's here, he wants me to pick him up, he wants me to play with him, but I can't.
You can't do that. So
he's okay. Yeah.
But the idea of simply sitting, because I guess you have to do a lot of resting. The idea of simply resting, and as a mother, it can be quite challenging, isn't it?
It's really challenging. It's really challenging.
But somehow you're able to, as you said, because of the doctor's instruction, you're able to settle.
Yeah, I have to, whether I like it or not. I have to rest.
All right.
Yeah.
So I have to make sure that she does.
Sorry?
I have to make sure.
You have to make sure that she does. Okay.
Yeah.
So we will take a short break right now. At Africa will also help us to take a short break again before we come back. And when we come back, we will now try to explore a little bit more with the doctor what causes this disease, what makes it come, and then after that we'll be having a more conversation about the people, how people can come in and help you. So ladies and gentlemen, those who are watching us, I hope you're watching, and as I mentioned to you, please send a text to 22162 and send a text message encouraging Milka and of course his family, husband, and so send in that text. And if you can be able to help out, we'll be sending out the pay bill number after this short break. So when we come back, and if you're able to send anything is really welcome, that we can, so that we can be able to assist and be able to support in any way that we can Mr. Kimani's family. So we're going to take a short break right now at Africa. Don't go away.
I've been dreaming of a city far beyond the sky, when the suffering's over, spread my wings and fly, when Jesus says it's over. Oh, what joy that will be when it's no more dreaming. I'll be home at last. I've been dreaming of a city, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. I've been dreaming of a city, Jerusalem, my home right up in the sky. Oh, sometimes I lose direction. Satan clouds my mind, but Jesus stands to remind me that I'm just passing through. Instead of losing heaven, I must look to the day when it's no more dreaming. I'll be home at last. I've been dreaming of a city, Jerusalem, Jerusalem, Jerusalem. I've been dreaming of a city, Jerusalem, my home right up in the sky. All my troubles will be over, just a little while to go. I shall see him face to face, home right up in the sky. All my struggles will be over, just a little while to go. I shall see him face to face, home right up in the sky. Home right up in the sky. Home right up in the sky.
All right, welcome back to the Power Talk Show with me, Dominic. We're continuing this conversation. We are talking about aortic aneurysm, and we have been having this conversation with the Dr. Benjamin and Mr. and Mrs. Kimani, and today we're talking about Milka, who has been experiencing things. And as I've mentioned to you, keep those texts coming. If you're watching, kindly text a message of encouragement to Milka on 22162, starting the word power. And during this conversation, we are going to be giving out the pay bill numbers, and in ways that you can help, and in the small and biggest ways that you can, please do see what you can do to give a ray of hope to Mr. Kimani's family. So welcome back. Welcome back to this conversation. Now, I want to go straight to you, Mr. Benjamin, for this segment, so that you can explain to us how how common is this disease, and how does it come up? How does it come along?
Aortic aneurysms are not it's not a disease which is very common in Kenya. Normally, there are two types. Actually, you note that Milka is very young. Milka is actually 29.
All right.
So the first cause of aortic aneurysm is genetic. There are some genetic disorders which cause they are called connective tissue disorders, which cause either absence or faulty manufacture of the fibers which make the aorta. So if you have these genetic disorders, then you could get an aortic aneurysm, and those are the ones which are quite extensive. If I could tell the viewers what a disorder is called so that they can Google, I wouldn't tell them what it's all about, but if you can Google Marfan's syndrome, that is what Milka has, Marfan's syndrome. Marfan's, M-A-R-F-A-N. Marfan's syndrome.
Okay.
It's a syndrome. A syndrome is a disease which consists several diseases in it. So basically one of the diseases which she has is now that aortic aneurysm, but there are other conditions.
All right.
That's why I said I won't explain what it is. Yes. Somebody can Google.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And how common is it as you
Marfan's syndrome is familial. It's not common.
It's not common. Okay.
But then, since it runs in families, so it actually means if you see one family member, probably you should test the others. You should test the others in the family. But the other cause for now older people, like people above 50, is when you get, for lack of a better word, like people call it normally cholesterol. Cholesterol is a type of fat. If you get it deposited into the parts of the aorta, it could cause them to weaken and form aneurysms. But those aneurysms are usually very localized. They are not usually very extensive. Yes, so that's one of the things. So people with diabetes, people with hypertension, people with high lipid levels, is usually called hyperlipidemia, are prone to getting aortic aneurysm. Yes. Okay.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you for that. It's quite some deep information that one is also time to process. Milka, so far during this journey of since you had this, have you received support other than from the family? Have you been able to receive some other support, or this is the process that we are starting now?
Okay, I've had several people who've been there with me. My friends, like my aunties at home, they've really been so supportive. Okay. At this time, you really need a lot of support from a lot of people. Yeah, so they've been there.
They've been there for you. And right now you are under medication, I guess?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So now, Mr. Kimani, I'm sure you are the one who is in charge of how people can come in and assist.
Yes.
Could you kind of maybe now give us the pay bill numbers, or how can people come in and help?
We have a pay bill number out.
Pay bill?
Yes, which is 392 150.
392 150. Okay, so there's the pay bill number.
The pay bill number.
And what's
the account name is Milka.
Milka.
Yes.
So say that again. Say the pay bill number again.
It's 392 150.
392 150 with the account number.
The account name is Milka. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we also have a Barclays bank account.
Barclays bank.
It's 20 31 855 600.
600.
Yes.
So if someone want to make a deposit, they can do that.
Yes, they can do it directly to the Barclays bank account. Yes.
All right. Yeah. So now these are the two ways that you're having. Are you having like Harambes or anything that you're helping, or you want to do this way this time?
We are proposing we are going to have a fundraiser in August 5th, but we are capitalizing on the pay bill and the account, so that you can go like the doctor said, it needs to be done as soon as possible.
It needs to be done as soon as possible.
So we are hoping that we're going to raise the funds, and she goes to do the surgery. Yeah. And then.
Yeah. Okay. And the church community where you go, has it come through for you?
Yeah, they've been coming through for us. They've been helping us in prayers and also in kind. So we bless the Lord for that.
That's absolutely, man. I appreciate that. Now, I want us to. I don't know if there's something else you would like to add, because we are closing up this show right now, and I don't know if maybe the doctor you want to add something. I'll give you maybe each of you a minute probably to say something. Maybe also you can take that time to repeat that. But let me now give it first of all to, and then Milka will close for us. If there's something that doctor would like to say as we close this up?
Yeah, as we close, probably I would like to say about what Milka said about her not being able to lift her baby. Usually those are instructions given to her or to people with her condition by the doctor to prevent her from rupturing, from the aorta rupturing and it becoming a medical emergency. So basically people get several instructions. She is also at the treatment for, hypertension. She is, and she has had to change her lifestyle completely. Yes, that's generally what I would want to add.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Doctor. Mr. Kimani?
Mine is to appeal to anyone who's watching.
Okay.
So just have the heart to help this young mother to get her health. Every day it's a worry to me because sometimes she comes and tells me, like the doctor said, it can rupture. So when she comes and tells me, oh, naumwa na hapa, so it's usually scares me.